This looks very nice. It feels very nice. I'm excited to see. Versa Tactical here on BDB. Mahalo, everybody. Big Daddy here. Big Dick Ballistics coming at you with base plates from Versa Tactical. Before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, my name is Big Daddy. I'm a police firearms instructor in the Nice Young People department. Here to bring you gun and gear reviews with that big dick energy. Friends of the channel are included but not limited to Medicine in Bad Places for training, Goldberg and McEnany for NYPD 3/4 disability suits, Dudes Gourmet for all your spice needs and cooking needs, and of course the Rusty Cuffs podcast. Now, one day on the magical World Wide Web, I was checking my email. I got an email from Versa Tactical, their company up in Canada, and Igor was kind enough to send me some base plates. They're +0s now. The reason he sent these out was because, hey, we're in New York State, and it's very restrictive. So for those of you who are limited to 10 rounds, not me because I'm law enforcement, but 10 plus 1 in the chamber, you have the luxury now of the +0. So these are billet aluminum. They are beautiful. We got a couple for Glocks. I'm going to install one. And then we also have one for a 320. So we're going to install that as well. Let's make these guns safe and we'll get started. All right, so this is my Ruger RXM. Safe direction, safety, none. So I keep my booger hook along the side of the frame. Right, source, drop that mag, look inside, feel inside, and check that chamber. And we're good to go. 320 Spectre X carry, safe direction, safety, source, and chamber. Good to go. So I did a little review on this RXM. It's beautiful. I'm going to rip these night sights off and put on some just regular straight up steel sights because I want to carry it. I want to see if it'll work, and I don't need a dot to put rounds accurately on target fast. But my only complaint, I'm a sucker for OEM Glock mags. I love them, even though these are drop free, all right, out of the grip module. Still, I just like stock Glock mags. We're going to take the P mag out of the equation, and I have this Gen 2 or Gen 3 19 mag, restricted LEO only, right? I'm going to put on this +0 from Versa. So let's open this up. Simple install. You just need a Glock tool or a small flathead screwdriver or punch. So first thing I noticed, the packaging, very nice. Very nice. Comes with a little bit of a zip on top, so if you need to store parts or whatever you can. Comes with an Allen key and a set screw. Now the set screw has a little bit of thread locker on there, which is cool. These things are nice. All right. So adds a couple of ounces to the actual weight of the magazine. So hopefully they'll drop a little bit better. But again, it all comes down to being able to push that magazine catch straight in, especially on a Glock. People don't ever break their grip, and then they're tomahawking that thing towards the deck, and gee, no good. So we have an empty magazine. I have a Brunel's Magnatip screwdriver. I'm just going to press it in through the base plate, dislodge that insert, and just try and shimmy this thing off here. I'm going to keep spring tension on that insert, and I'm just going to smoothly place this over as well, keeping the insert flush. All right, I went over the top. There's 2 individual tabs on either side of the magazine that index with the cutouts on the side of the base plate. So I'm just going to snap them in just like that. I'm going to push it forward as far as possible. And now I have a set screw in the back here. It's got a little bit of pre-applied Loctite, and it looks good to go. So I'm going to torque that down with the supplied Allen wrench. They give you a tiny set screw. That way the magazine can't come dislodged from the base plate. But I got this set screw all the way down to bottom out. My plan was to leave a thread or 2 out, but by bottoming it out, it already left exactly 1 bit of thread height. So that's awesome. You don't have to worry about indexing anything or fooling with anything. I mean, that's rock solid. This is nice and smooth, kind of like a better version of a TTI. That's the only other ones I have, and I barely use them. For my competition boys, you know, something to consider, especially if you're in the great state of New Wave of York, right? So let's say I wanted to get this in there. Now, it has a nice fit, nice finish to it, as you can see. A little bit more weight. Gets out a little easier. Now, I must say, this grip module is fucking amazing. I really love it. But as far as getting in, doing what I have to do, chief slide lock, bam, come in, back up. It's nice. I mean, it's good. Again, I have meaty palms and short fingers, so you can see. All right, I'm presenting one hand unsupported. Now I meet on there, and I do have a little bit more grip surface, if that makes sense. And it's nice and ergonomic and smooth. So that sums it up for the Glock. Once I get some fucking night sights for this thing, you know, at a normal height, I really prefer those DeFores and whatnot, just serrated, no night sights. I'm going to try this for carry. I definitely want to swap out the color of the frame because I'm not into the whole gray thing, but, you know, it works. So, all right, let's go to our SIG. I should have been more diligent as far as breaking out the scale or whatever, but I'll post the particulars in the comments section below. So this is a 17 round 320 mag. It's empty. So again, brown nose screwdriver on the base plate. This is easier than the Glock, mind you, but that's an older, shitty, worn out Glock mag. So now we're gonna leave the insert in here because there's a nub that indexes on the base plate. So now it doesn't need a set screw, which is very nice. So I'm gonna put that on. And I absolutely love the 320. I don't care what anybody says. I'm actually doing a research project on it. They are great pistols. Okay, so this looks very nice. Feels very nice. I'm excited to see. So, ooh, nice. Now, these things are great as far as ejecting goes. I mean, they just work. But again, this is the X Carry, and again, it affords me just a little bit more space, a little bit more of a purchase, if you will. All right, to get my support hand on there and overlap. And when I sandwich this thing together, all right, the heels of my palms, it really helps me out. I mean, you can see how much coverage I have now. I have my pinky hanging off the front of the grip surface area. It's resting on the base plate. So I'm anxious to see how this is going to work out. So, and no, this hasn't gone off on its own yet. So, Versa Tactical also makes what they call a site secure optic mount. So it's a base plate that pushes through into your dovetail. They sent me one for a Glock and a Beretta 92 style. So next episode, we're going to be installing that as well on both those weapons platforms. So again, guys, thank you. I'll put the specifics below, where you could get them, how much they are, the weight, the anodization type. But again, it's quality stuff. It's not going to break the bank. So thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, educate yourselves, your family. Remember, vote the right way.